Did you know that your board members can participate in a director's 457B plan? Well, you should know that this was a hot topic at this year's Power Exchange. We're here to talk about what's trending in the deferred compensation world. We're seeing more and more interest in 457B plans for directors. Why are co-ops doing this?
You're very right. We have seen a lot of interest in 457B plans and especially plans for members of the board of directors recently. One is that we have some board turnover going on where older directors or directors that have been on the board a long time are rotating off and they're being replaced with directors who are younger and perhaps still working. And of the folks that are still working, many of them don't need the income that they earn from the board fees and per diems. They primarily have joined the board for community reasons, and they don't need the income now because, of course, they have a current income stream, and they'd rather defer the income into a 457B plan so that they can then take it at a time and at a tax bracket or tax rate that is more advantageous to them. And secondly, the other end of the spectrum is many co-ops do still have board members that are retired from their full-time jobs, but again, serving to help the community. But as part of their full-time job, they have plenty of retirement income that is coming into their house, and they don't necessarily want to, again, potentially increase their tax bracket by adding the per diems and other fees from serving as a director. So many of these individuals also are interested in deferring their fees into a 457B plan and then taking it out later. What's also appealing to people who are already retired is that if the income is paid out in current income, again, it can raise your tax bracket. But if the money's put in a 457B plan, even if they may be in their 80s, say, there is no requirement to take that money out of the plan until they actually end their board service. So there are no required minimum distributions for a plan until the person is no longer providing services to the co-op. Those are the main things that we're seeing as far as trends in interest in these plans. And so we often get the questions, why wouldn't I set up a plan for my directors? It's something that they might need and certainly want. These plans are very easy to establish. We have form documents and other forms and administrative guidance that we can provide. Again, administration is not that difficult. It does add some more tasks to your benefits or HR staff, but especially if your co-op already has an employee plan, an employee 457B plan, then the administrative costs or time is very limited. These plans are easy to establish and administer and at a low cost. The cost to set up a plan with Homestead's assistance is only $550 upfront, and then on an ongoing basis, the fees are based on the assets in the plan, and currently the maximum annual fee a co-op would pay us is $1,000. It's kind of a win-win. These plans are good for directors because it allows them to manage their taxes more efficiently, and for the co-op it doesn't add a lot of additional costs or administrative burden, and it makes the board of directors very happy.
Let's look at why directors find this plan extremely attractive. For one, they can defer up to 100% of their compensation, up to the $20,500 annual maximum for 2022. They can also participate in a special catch-up contribution option. And that's where in any year, if they weren't able to maximize on their deferrals, then they can, in the 3 years prior to them turning age 65, they'll be able to do so. Contributions in this plan are always immediately vested, so they don't have to wait for a vesting schedule. Assets are owned by the cooperative until distributed, and that would be at the time that the board of directors resigns. And then their distribution options are a lump sum, installment payments, or a combination of the two. But be mindful, there are no rollovers and no in-service required minimum distributions within this plan.
If this is something that is of interest to you at your co-op, putting in place a 457B plan for your directors or for your employees as well, we hope this has maybe piqued your interest and you'll give us a call or drop us an email. We can start the conversation and answer any questions you may have and get you set up with a 457B plan for your directors. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on our Trending Topics series.